Hello and welcome. It's pretty late. Just had dinner and I came up here. I was actually very busy today. I didn't have a chance to look at my succulents today. And I just came up to take a look, and I've been sort of procrastinating and pushing off on inspecting my Rougeberry cristata, which I actually just posted a shorts video not too long ago, and it was putting on some crazy amount of dried leaves once it got into my plant room, and it was looking not so great, but I just been ignoring it. I don't know what possessed me to do that. I don't know why I was ignoring it, but I did, and I finally got around to looking at it. And to be fair, it's been maybe a week or two, and I was potentially thinking about repotting that in the spring, but it was looking really terrible, so I decided I'm going to take a look at it today. And lo and behold, the stems were waterlogged. So then now this one is another one that's outgrown the pot, and it's really just stuffed in here. And on top, like 3 or 4 days ago, I don't know if you could even tell here, it started showing powdery mildew. So now I feel like I need to take this out of the pot and take a look at this one as well. And here we go. And I just pulled one of the dried leaves out, and it looked like potentially there might have been like a mealybug in here or something, because it was all like, it looked, I didn't see a live mealybug, but it looked like a mealybug. Sort of like cottony, stretchy, weird looking, substance. So, just taking a look at what's going on underneath. And I don't remember when I watered this. I feel like it's been a while, but the soil's still wet, and that's never a good sign. Somebody had made a suggestion to me that because this is getting so densely packed in here, and with these, I feel like if you have any kind of pest issues or mildew or virus, whatever the issues, there's a highly likelihood that you're going to end up losing the whole thing, because the leaves are so densely packed, and it's really hard to get in between. And if mealybugs or whatever kind of pest hides in here, like, I don't even think you can get to it. I've been having bad luck with my crested succulents. I did a great job of getting them to grow, and all of a sudden, it's like, all of a sudden I'm having all these issues, and I just don't know why. I feel like maybe it's just a sudden like change in environment, because they were outside and now I bring them in, and after I brought them in, all of a sudden the weather was kind of nice for a few days, and I don't know, it's just like there's so many factors that determine what can potentially go wrong with these succulents. And of course there's heat in this room, and although I have the heat cover closed, yeah, it can get pretty stuffy in here. So I do actually still run the fan in here. I have it off for the time being, but I do run the fan in here still. I have the window open, a crack open. So what appeared to be a mealybug, they secrete some sort of weird, like white, sticky substance, I think. Or, I mean, there's, I think, different kinds of mealybugs. One that's more powdery, and another one that's more sticky and cotton ball-y, if that's a word. As I mentioned, I don't know why this is still wet. I feel like that's not a good sign, because that just means that it didn't draw up the water that I gave last. Right there, you see the white little powdery circle right there? Am I catching it? I'm touching it. Yeah, that's powdery mildew. Powdery mildew has been a really pain in my rear end lately. Thought I had it under control, but it keeps popping up in here. on various different plants. So that has been very, very irritating. I follow a lot of plant channels, and I saw somebody giving a suggestion as to how to deal with powdery mildew on regular plants as well. I haven't had that issue with my houseplants, but I'm clearly having that issue with all my succulents right now, so I figured I'll give it a shot. And what I just sprayed on the area that I just saw powdery mildew is basically a solution, a mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water, and that's supposed to be, the ratio is different for prevention versus cure for when you actually have the issue. So it's a higher concentration if you need a spray to use on infected plant. I don't know if you can tell from the screen, but these were infected and I had sprayed them, but I see that the leaves are like getting waterlogged. I might just cut these off. I'm just inspecting the plant to see if I see anything else going on in here. Alright, I do have to repot this, but I'm gonna let it dry. Maybe for a couple of days. Let it dry for a couple of days, and then I might pot it back. Okay, pop it up in one of these. Or maybe I'll just pot it in a smaller pot and stop sizing up these plants because it's just getting really unmanageable. And when they get really tight, and I think originally when I bought this, it was kind of like a horseshoe shape, and it just keeps putting on new growth, which is good, but it's also bringing me a lot more headache at this point. And also when I pulled this out of the pot, I feel like the soil smells funny. And this is an observation I have made with some of my other succulents too, but when the succulent's healthy, the soil smells very earthy and nice, in my opinion. But when it's not healthy, the soil smells, and it's probably because of all the moisture that's in there, and when there's moisture in there, it just means that the roots didn't absorb the water. So I mean, that's not a good indication all around, so it explains why the soil smells. I guess the word could be funky, but yeah, that's never a good thing. Okay, so I think that's it for today. I'm gonna let this dry for a couple more days, and then I'll pot this up. Alright, till next time. Bye now.